A pensive-looking King Charles has been seen in public for the first time after bombshell allegations made by Prince Harry in his memoir Spare were leaked. The King was pictured leaving Sandringham House in Norfolk this afternoon, where he has been staying for the festive period. His appearance came hours after revelations in Harry's book were reported, including claims he and William begged their father not to marry Camilla after Diana's death. Other revelations in the book include King Charles allegedly pleading with his warring sons William and Harry not to make his final years a misery. A copy of Spare, due to be published on January 10, was obtained by The Guardian, before copies accidentally went on sale in Spain. The Duke of Sussex alleges in the autobiography that he and his brother would not stand in the way of the then Prince of Wales relationship but had asked him not to walk down the aisle for the second time, calling Camilla the other woman. Charles had tried to win his sons over before asking the public to accept Camilla, the book claims. Harry says that meeting her for the first time was like an injection. Charles had tried to win his sons over before asking the public to accept Camilla, according to a translation of the book obtained by Mail Online. In another passage from Harry's highly anticipated autobiography, leaked to The Guardian newspaper, the Duke recounts a meeting with his father and brother after Prince Philip's funeral in April 2021. In the tell-all memoir, he recalls Charles standing between himself and the heir looking up at our flushed faces. Harry then quotes his father as saying, "Please boys, don't make my final years a misery." Prince Harry has previously given insights into the relationship with his father, including in 2017, when he guest-edited the Today programme on BBC Radio 4. During an interview with his father, Prince Harry revealed the two would talk for hours and hours about Charles' passion for the environment and affectionately referred to him as Pa. He also revealed how he valued his father's opinion, saying, "I do end up picking your brains more now than I ever have done." That same year, the two princes paid tribute to their father for being there for us following the death of Princess Diana, during a BBC documentary to mark the 12th anniversary of her death. Both princes were staying at Balmoral with their father in 1997, when Princess Diana was killed in a car crash in Paris, and it was up to Prince Charles to break the news to his sons. Harry said of his father, "One of the hardest things for a parent to have to do is to tell your children that your other parent has died." How you deal with that, I don't know. But, you know, he was there for us. He was the one of the two left. He tried to do his best and to make sure that we were protected and looked after, but he was going through the same grieving process as well. In 2018, Prince Harry married Meghan at St. George Chapel in Windsor, during which Prince Charles walked the Duchess of Sussex down the aisle. Speaking of the moment his father stepped in, he told a BBC documentary, "I asked him to, and I think he knew it was coming, and he immediately said yes, of course, I'll do whatever Meghan needs and I am here to support you." For him, that's a fantastic opportunity to step up and be that support, and you know he's our father, so of course he's going to be there for us. The wedding took place just weeks before the Prince of Wales celebrated his 70th birthday at a special Buckingham Palace garden party. During the celebrations, the Duke made a touching speech paying tribute to his father. He said, "It is your selfless drive to effect change, whether that is to improve the lives of those who are on the wrong path, to save an important piece of our national heritage, or to protect a particular species under threat, which William and first draw inspiration from every day." So, Pa, while I know that you've asked that today not be about you, you must forgive me if I don't listen to you, much like when I was younger, and instead, I ask everyone here to say a huge thank you to you, for your incredible work over nearly 50 years. But by the end of 2019, there were signs that their relationship was beginning to fray. In the 2020 biography Finding Freedom, about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, co-author Omid Scobie said both William and Harry have in the past, run hot and cold with their father. The book explained, "He's not just their father, he's also the future king and their boss, he's the pursekeeper." There are many political things here which can feed into a very up-and-down relationship, and it was felt by those at Clarence House that it was a headache to put together. Meanwhile, Harry and Meghan's Oprah Winfrey interview revealed further signs of a rocky relationship between the pair, with the Duke revealing that his father had stopped taking his calls as the couple prepared to step back as senior royals. During the tell-all chat with Oprah, Harry also said his family literally cut me off financially, adding that he felt really let down by his father. "Of course I will always love him, but there's a lot of hurt that's happened and I will continue to make it one of my priorities to try and heal that," he said. Despite putting on a united front for Prince Philip's funeral, their relationship continued to appear strained. In a podcast on parenting, Harry hinted at a turbulent childhood, saying that he wanted to break the cycle of the pain and suffering of his upbringing with his own children. The prince, who at that time in May 2021 was expecting his second child with wife Meghan, likened his life to being a mixture between The Truman Show and being in a zoo. Speaking on the podcast Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard, he said, "I don't think we should be pointing the finger or blaming anybody, but certainly when it comes to parenting, if I've experienced some form of pain or suffering because of the pain or suffering that perhaps my father or my parents had suffered, I'm going to make sure I break that cycle so that I don't pass it on, basically." It's a lot of genetic pain and suffering that gets passed on anyway, so we as parents should be doing the most we can to try and say, you know what, that happened to me, I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen to you. He continued, I never saw it, I never knew about it, and then suddenly I started to piece it together and go okay, so this is where he went to school, this is what happened, I know this about his life, I also know that is connected to his parents, so that means he's treated me the way he was treated, so how can I change that for my own kids? And here I am, I moved my whole family to the US, that wasn't the plan, but sometimes you've got make decisions and put your family first and put your mental health first. When Harry and Meghan flew back to London to celebrate the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations in June last year, they did not join other royals on the Buckingham Palace balcony after the Trooping the Colour, as they had previously done in 2018. The Queen had decided that only working royals would gather on the balcony for the traditional fly-past, however they did join other family members for other parts of the celebrations, including a service of Thanksgiving at St. Paul's Cathedral. Hinting at hopes of reconciliation, Prince Harry last week admitted he would like to have my father and brother back as he launched a publicity blitz for his memoir. While Buckingham Palace is refusing to comment or get caught up in a pointless tit-for-tat public row with the Sussexes, there is a degree of apprehension about what Harry's memoir will include. A source with knowledge of the book told the Sunday Times they believed it would cause irrevocable damage to the brothers' relationship. The source told the newspaper, "Generally, I think the book will be worse for them than the royal family is expecting." Everything is laid bare. Charles comes out of it better than first had expected, but it's tough on William, in particular, and even Kate gets a bit of a broadside. There are these minute details, and a description of the fight between the brothers. I personally can't see how Harry and William will be able to reconcile after this. In the Harry-Meghan Netflix series, Harry, 38, accused his father of lying to him as the family attempted to negotiate a Megxit deal for the couple at a crisis summit in Sandringham in January 2020. He said it was terrifying to have my brother scream and shout at me and my father say things that just simply weren't true and my grandmother quietly sit there and sort of take it all in. He also claimed senior royals were jealous of Meghan's popularity and attempted to tear her down by planting negative stories against her in the media. The Sunday Times source said the book, due to be published on January 10, explored Harry's grief over the death of his mother, Princess Diana. They told the newspaper, "The overall impression is that this is a man who has never recovered from the trauma of his mother dying so young, and then along comes Meghan and he projects onto her a parallel with Diana." Spare is written by Junior Moehringer, a Pulitzer Prize-winning former journalist who was also the ghostwriter for André Agassi's best-selling autobiography. The book's publisher Penguin Random House claims it will be a landmark publication, telling his story with raw, unflinching honesty. He has already recorded an ITV interview in California with its News at 10 presenter Tom Bradby, a former royal correspondent who has known both William and Harry for decades. In an extraordinary excerpt from his upcoming book, Harry has also claimed he was physically attacked by his brother over his marriage to Meghan. He alleged the confrontation took place at his London home in 2019 and left him with a visible injury to his back after the Prince of Wales grabbed him by the collar, ripped his necklace and knocked him to the floor. Harry also claimed William had called the U.S. actress difficult, rude and abrasive, comments which the younger brother said parroted the press narrative about his wife. The extraordinary scene is one of many in Spare, according to the Guardian newspaper, which said it was able to obtain a copy of the book despite stringent pre-launch security around the book. Its article goes on to say that Harry claimed his elder brother had wanted to discuss the whole rolling catastrophe of their relationship and struggles with the press.